Hello everyone, I am the Lore Explorer and this is Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye. The community is abuzz with theories about what this new object the Hearthians discovered and dubbed the anomaly is and what may actually be there. So in today's loop, I figured we'd take a baseless guess at what it may be. Since there isn't really much to go on, this won't be a long video, and it's not based on much, as Baseless suggests, but it should be some fun. All of the information for this video will come from current knowledge of the base game and the trailer we got to see. So, spoilers for those two things from here on in. I personally don't see trailers as spoilers, but I understand why some people do. So, to get into it, we should go over what we actually see in the trailer. In what looks to be either above or below the sun in a polar orbit, we see a satellite. This camera is pointing right at the sun, and before long, it's recording something interesting. Something appears to be moving in front of the sun, blocking its light. It's not blocking out the light from the stars right next to the sun, as an object of that size should, or even Brittle Hollow, which should be close enough for the object to cover it as well. It's literally only blocking out the light from our sun. A lot of people seem to be suggesting maybe it's an invisible planet or a quantum one, but I'm not so sure that's what we're seeing here. With an invisible planet, I think we'd be able to see right through to the sun, and if it were a quantum planet, observing it would have changed it from the uncertain black shadow to a certain form. Now granted, I have no real reason to suggest this other than it being a possibility, but I think it'd be really cool if this were a planet that somehow entered the eye of the universe. So, using us and our planet as an example, this would be like if Timber Hearth entered the smoke around the eye of the universe, or the eye itself, and plopped out into the next universe like our scout did at the end of the game. Maybe the reason we only see it as a shadow is because the laws of physics are a bit different from where it's originally from. Or maybe it only interacts with certain things that it's familiar with, like starlight. Or who knows, maybe it just naturally has an atmosphere that bends light a certain way, and who knows. Maybe it's just naturally like that, but either way, it would be really cool if this were an echo of the last universe that literally traversed to our universe by coming through the eye. Another little theory I had is it's a quantum planet, but the atmosphere is made of dark matter, so the only way to observe it would be to observe it bending the light of our sun. But that's just a wild guess. Now, what would be even cooler is if this new species that is theoretically on this planet actually went through the eye of the universe with that planet, ultimately having rid out the end of their universe by entering the eye. This would explain how they have all this symbology and seem to actually worship the eye in some way. It could have appeared to them near the end of their universe and saved them from ultimate doom, and now they would view it as a god. This would sort of give the developers a pass on the ghost matter as well, because if it was from a different universe, the ghost matter being seen there would make sense. This anomaly would not have had to be near the Nomai and the interloper exploding when that happened, because that's the only explainable way we can really see it getting here, other than it being from somewhere else. But that's really all I can come up with for the anomaly. I'm sure I'm probably wrong and the developers will have come up with something pretty awesome to, make that look like child's play, but we'll just have to wait. Next, we're going to do a bit of theorizing about what we're actually going to experience when we get to this planet. The Echoes of the Eye artwork seems to make it look like we're in a swampy area, and a lot of the trailer is in the dark. But I think whatever we get is going to be a large planet with both a full normal surface to explore and then a swampy deep dark underground to explore. This would give us a large area to explore and fill out an expansion nicely. I think it would be really cool if they had a normal species that used to live up on the surface who just went about life normally, eating, singing, playing, just living merrily. While underground, there lived a group of people who cultishly worshipped the eye of the universe and maybe fell into some dark ways. But what I think may be the most interesting possibility of them all is if this is a species who actually figured out what the eye of the universe is. Maybe they received the signal from the eye of the universe just like the Nomai did, but this time it wasn't near the end of the universe, and this time they dedicated countless generations of study to their most important discovery. Maybe the eye kept calling out in specific intervals of time, sort of presenting itself as an echo, each time maybe changing its frequency just a little bit, getting deeper and deeper. And through thousands of years of study, these repeating signals, and perhaps even finding the eye itself to study, these glorious people have deciphered exactly what the eye of the universe is. And this is why they've dedicated themselves to building all of this high technology stuff that seems to focus on frequencies or sounds, and why they seem to focus on the eye. But the question is, would that secret better be left in the dark? Anyway, that's kind of what I hope to see, or what I think we're going to see, but these are really just baseless guesses on what we see in the Echoes of the Eye trailer and what we've seen in the game. If you liked the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and if you want to support the channel more directly, you can become a member or use the new super thank you feature to leave a donation and personalized comment on this video. And if you leave a super thank you, I'll feature your name in my next video along with my member thank yous. Which leads me exactly to that, a special thank you to all the members here on the channel. All of your support really does help the channel, and I am very grateful. As always, this is a Lore Explorer, keeping my eye out for a suspicious signal.